after the fight, she gave a shout out to none other than the late, I can't believe it, the late Roddy Piper.
I just want to say we lost a really close friend, Roddy Piper, who gave me permission to use his name as a fighter, and so I hope him and my dad had a good time watching this today.
Ronda Rousey's father, who's also no longer with us. And I want to just take this moment to address our audience and also the Piper family and offer our condolences. As we all know, Roddy Piper was here 2 Fridays ago and had an interesting appearance on this show. And he was Roddy Piper in a way that some of us have come to expect from somebody who has cracked a coconut over Jimmy Superfly Snuka's head, and also gave a lot of us pause because he didn't appear altogether with it, is the only way I can put it. But he could not have been nicer when he showed up, and in the conversation that we had, one of the things that leaps out to us is how he felt about Ronda Rousey and how he considered her a daughter in a way. And this is what Roddy Piper had to say about Rousey when he was here 2 Fridays ago. She asked you for permission to use Rowdy for her nickname?
She phoned me up, and she was with Judo Jean LaBelle in the background.
Right.
And she asked me she told me some kind things, and may she please use the name Rowdy. And she's promised me that she wouldn't let me down. And give her this.
Yes.
This is what really shines here. I had her on the podcast. She came in all by herself.
No posse, no nothing.
No nothing. And also, I had everything set up. I didn't want anybody around. And she sat down. It was probably 10 minutes before she knew she was on. It was almost like she needed a hug as my daughter. And then she left like the lady she is.
That was Roddy Piper about Ronda Rousey. And he's a good man, Roddy Piper. Again, his appearance here created some headlines and some blogs based on how with it he was. Obviously, none of us thought that that would be the last interview he would ever give in his 61 years and his stellar career as an entertainer and a wrestler. And all of us here at the Rich Eisen Show were crestfallen to find out the news last week. Crestfallen. Couldn't believe it. Here is a guy who I grew up watching wrestle. He's going against Hulk Hogan in WrestleMania 1. Chris Jericho is coming in hour number 3. He's had his tangles every now and then with Roddy Piper. And I never thought that my career would ever include an interview with him, let alone be the last one of his on planet Earth. So all of us here at the Rich Eisen Show want to say to Roddy Piper, his family, his son Colt, who survives him,
his son Colt's an MMA fighter, and he
fighter.
told us here on the show his best friend on the whole planet was his son, and his son kind of reiterated that in kind of thanking everyone through social media this week and just saying how he wanted to thank everyone for their well wishes for his father.
And Roddy Piper, I just want to make also mention, sent an email to me through our producer, Chris Burns, who arranged for the interview, talking about his appearance here and wanted to make sure that everything was cool between us and him, which it always was. And one of the things that he wanted to say is, I was trying for shock value words. I'm just reading part of his email to me. At the same time, have your audience see what happens to me on a daily basis, including I've been stabbed 3 times, last time an inch from the heart. That was exclamation points, one after another, talking about his family, how there were sick kids in his life, and he wanted to fly all over the country. He flew to the East Coast, flew to the West Coast, and had some trouble finding words. And I just want to make sure that we don't have trouble finding the words to everybody out there who saw that Roddy Piper interview and are listening to me right now. We love the man. And we want to just say, rest in peace, Roddy Piper.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern. On Audience.